All right, let's start with the big story that we are tracking at this point of time in WION, where 6 years ago, a software engineer from India's financial capital, Mumbai, had crossed over to Pakistan with fake documents. He was immediately arrested, convicted, and has been languishing in a Pakistani prison since then. But now there is a ray of hope for Nihal Hamid Ansari's family. The Pakistan has said that it will deport him back to India in the month of December when he finishes his term. Now, Nihal Ansari has in fact been in solitary confinement since the year 2016. He was segregated from the other convicts allegedly due to the nature of his charges. Now, this is where it gets interesting. He had entered Pakistan with a fake identity card that was sent to him by a friend that he had met on social media from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. He was immediately taken into custody by the intelligence officials 2 days after he landed on Pakistani soil. A military court then convicted him on charges of espionage and anti-state activities in the year 2015. The WION spoke to Nihal Ansari's lawyer a short while ago, and this is what he had to say.
Manual states that, a day is equal to 12 hours in, 1 day in the jail is equal to 12 hours, and 24 hours in jail is equal to 2 days. That makes 3 years term to being spent as per day count to 1.5 years. Do you think that Ansari's case is, don't you think it's clearly a case of illegal detention?
Look, I'm not going to comment. I mean, I'm doing this case on humanitarian grounds since last 2 years. And it was my sixth position on the High Court for Hamid Ansari because our sympathy with the innocent parents. And also, I have met Hamid Ansari in the case, and I'm sure he's innocent. That is my belief. They have explained to me the entire thing, that why he came to Pakistan, what happened to him. So I believe his story. But since he's already been convicted, then I cannot comment on the judgment of the High Court, whether it is just or unjust. This is, I leave it to their counsel, the counsel of the judges, and if at all somebody goes to the Supreme Court, because now it's only 3 months left. We will be, inshallah, released by the end of this year.
All right, so that is what Nihal Ansari's lawyer had to say, that he is now being released on humanitarian grounds. Now, Nihal Ansari's family has in fact been trying to get permission to get in touch with a 27-year-old techie. Now, in the month of March this year, he was in fact allowed a telephonic conversation with his family, but no permission was granted to meet him. Last year, the Indian government had confirmed that all options were exhausted by them to get access to Nihal Ansari, and despite 52 requests for consular access, there had been no response from the Pakistani government.
We have sought consular access for Hamid Nihal Ansari 52 times. So far, we have not been granted access, and these requests have been made formally and through demarches. We of course demand that Hamid Nihal Ansari should be released. We have also demanded that the government of Pakistan should ensure his safety and security. We still await the response of the government of Pakistan on our demarche.
Well, this is what Nihal Ansari claims, that it was essentially a cross-border love story that had prompted him to cross over to the border and meet a friend that he had befriended on social media. He had crossed over to Pakistan in the year 2012. And also my colleague Anas Malik, who's been tracking all the developments on this case very, very closely, has filed this report. Listen in.
Absolutely, it's indeed a welcoming move that is coming in from the Pakistani authorities, and that 6 years after Hamid Nihal Ansari went missing, and 3 years, almost 3 years since he's been on record, and then the Pakistani agencies went on record and said this, yes, he's in the Pakistani custody. Now we finally see some light at the end of the tunnel, which says that on 15th of December, the Pakistani attorney has assured the Peshawar High Court that once Hamid Nihal's 3-year-old term ends, he will be deported. Now on to the Pakistani side. Well, the Pakistani side had maintained that he was involved in anti-state activities, though they never went into the detail of those on the nature of those complaints and the details, contrary to what we saw in the case of Kulbhushan Yadav. But in the case of Hamid Nihal Ansari, it was very clear. It was an open and shut case that he had misadventured into Pakistan in 2012 March. The reason, and he had basically been coming behind that girlfriend of his that he had met over Facebook. But since he had entered Pakistan through illegal documents, the reason which the Pakistani agencies, they had arrested him, what is indeed deplorable is the fact that for 4 years he was never ever shown in custody of these Pakistani agencies. The reason, but now then we saw that on the 16th of February 2016, the Pakistani agency for the first time, they went on record and they said not that just he's in custody, but he has been sentenced to 3 years in prison as well. And now just yesterday his remission request had been rejected by the Peshawar High Court, and by the 2-member Peshawar High Court bench, and they said that they were assured that he would soon be repatriated.